soda's been cracked already.
Wait, we gotta crack it right here.
Alrighty, boys. How we feeling today? You already know we got two super special guests in the building today. What's going on, Real Relay family? How we feeling? Episode what? Like, Jesus, probably like 40,
50 something.
It's like 1,000,005. You know what I mean? I feel you. Barber, we got two super special guests today. Give them the introduction.
Real Relay family, we got
Vasjan.
Vasjan. That's what I was going to ask. How do you pronounce your name?
Yeah.
It's Vasjan.
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 Yeah, but I usually tell people to just call me Vas, you know,
Vas.
it's easier.
Okay.
Vasjan.
Vas. And the cameraman, Justin, right?
Justin, but on IG, it's DopeBoyShots.
DopeBoyShots. I love that.
DopeBoyShots. Yeah, something simple, something easy.
Justin,
Oh, yeah.
DopeBoyShots, and Vasjan. What's your, we'll get into it, but like, what's your background?
I'm Albanian.
Albanian. Okay, word.
We are huge fans of yours to start out. You know, we follow your work. We're inspired by what you do. Being a promoter is tough, and then like branching into the music is like, I can imagine, equally as hard. But we always like to start off the pod with a very simple question. Take it out how you will, answer it however you want. Who are you today?
So I appreciate you all for having us, first of all. Today I'm a club promoter. I'm an artist. I throw shows at different venues. And I'm 23 years old. I moved to the US 3 years ago. So I'm just trying to make more connections so they can help me out with my shows and my music.
Damn, so you're only 23.
Wow.
Yeah, I just turned 23.
Happy
last
birthday.
week.
Dude, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Damn, so I was going to say,
Justin.
but like, how old are you as well?
Oh, okay, my bad. So I'm 21.
Yeah.
I'm from Haverhill, Massachusetts.
You're from Haverhill?
Yep, yes. That's what I was saying
That's
before.
like
I'm
from
not
Lawrence.
too
Yeah,
far
yeah,
away
yeah,
from
yeah,
you,
yeah.
actually. I've been in Haverhill my whole life. I'm about to come up on a year of being a photographer.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. It's been a hell of a ride, and I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just do right now. I do music videos, like recaps. I pop out to a lot of his shows, so I get to work with like a lot of different artists that he gets to lock in with.
Yeah.
But mainly like a lot of local stuff, and you know, today I got to do an interview for a bigger artist that came around for a radio interview.
Yeah.
So like little things like that, but you know, mainly music.
That's dope. And how'd you guys link?
Instagram, actually. I hit him up. I did my first ever show for an artist that I liked last summer with my camera. I hit him up. I was like, hey, I got a camera now. Is there any way I could pop out? He ended up opening up for Lil Durk like a week after I texted him.
Awesome.
Wow.
What was the artist?
His name's Prophet the Artist. He's out in New Jersey. He's coming up big time right now. He is definitely a hot artist to look out for. But I had hit him up, and he was like, for sure, come through. Me and my boys, we did a road trip all the way down to New Jersey. We did the show that night, and then the next week, I just fell in love with it. So I was like, I definitely I was chasing the next show.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, Instagram showed me his promotional post.
Yeah.
I hit him up. I was like, hey, is there any way I could come through? I'll take photos of like everybody and everything.
Yeah.
I'll send it all to you, whatever you want. Can I pull up with my camera? You can take it away. You can tell them how you handle business there.
How's he been? Is he doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing really good. He
Yeah.
made, you know, a lot of connections. In the beginning, I would just say he was just on the come up. Like as he said, you know, he only had like done one show. But whenever a videographer or photographer hits me up, I just, you know, tell them, you know, if you want to pull up, you know, just come, you know.
That's great.
He puts on.
I don't need you to have any experience. You can, you know, just pull up, you know, try it out. Like
Sure.
it's nothing crazy.
And that's how you build that connection. Not even just connection, but that chemistry between each other. Like, you can have a million photographers, you can be super great, but like, he knows your style. You know what I mean? And exactly what type of shots you want and stuff like that.
Yeah, and like, you know, because in the beginning we didn't know each other, as like he said, just because of an Instagram post. So after that, you know, he, you know, reached out again, and like we have locked in since then. And now he just comes to all the shows.
That's your guy right there.
And not even the shows, it's like more than just shows, you know.
Like stuff like this.
Whenever I have something important, like he always pulls up, and like, you know,
That's your
we
guy.
are there for each other, yeah.
That's good. You gotta get like you got the Kanye dog, you got to get the Voss dog. You know what I mean?
What was Kanye's boy again?
Cootie.
Cootie. You're the Cootie.
You're the
The
cootie.
cootie, yeah.
The
The
guy.
cootie.
That's dope. So you're hot now. You're the guy, the Boston promoter, and you've been out here fucking grinding connections, getting after. Can you give us a little bit about your background a little bit? I know you've been on the road, man. I've seen you probably on like fucking 20 bajillion podcasts doing a bajillion things. You know what I mean? So tell us a little bit about your origin story. Where did you come from? You know, what's going on with you?
So I came from Albania 3 years ago. I moved here, you know, with my family. I have my cousins here. It was my first time in the US. I never been here before.
Wow.
So it was pretty nice. When I was back home, I used to, sell tickets for like, smaller shows because I was still in high school back then. And when I got here, it was kind of different because I didn't know anybody. So I was like, I don't really know if I can still, go to a club and sell tickets, especially, with my language too, because I wasn't like I was kind of shy and stuff like that. But then I had a following from back home, so that kind of helped me, to connect with people here. And then I just, tapped in with everybody. I used to pull up at different shows. Helped me, selling tickets for other shows, and then eventually start my own shows.
Who'd you get tapped in with first? Like, what was like the first real connection you made out here?
I started just pulling up to like different like local showcases because I didn't even know there was a thing there, because back home there is like no local like showcases. There is no upcoming artists. Like it's basically you even made it or nobody knows about you, So here I see like actually performers, opening up for shows and like local showcases. So I just put up to different ones, and then I did a couple podcast interviews. One of the first one was LFOD radio. Shout out to them.
So you're saying you would just literally show up to like these local artist showcases. You would just show up and like introduce yourself to people and.
Yeah, I'll show up, see if you are performing. I'll be like, dope performance, what's your Instagram? Let's connect. And then a week after that, I will post your music video just so like, oh, I met you last week, like.
Yeah, he's like, I got the connection. I gotta solidify this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's good. Like that's connecting 101.
And the other way around, if I reached out to you on Instagram, then if I see you have a show, after a month, then I'm like, I'm pull up, to solidify that like in person,
Damn, what I know this might seem kind of like far, like, but what's your goal? Like, what are you trying to accomplish?
As of right now, like I started doing music too, so I don't know if I'm gonna stick more into promotion or music. Right now, I'm in like both, but I'll say my goal is to just keep doing like bigger shows and like book like bigger artists.
Yeah.
And maybe eventually have my own nightclub so I can throw my own shows there.
Yeah, is that your big thing? Like, do you want to become like a super big artist, or like is that your number one thing?
Right now, I'll say I really want to be like a super, big promoter. Like, just book like bigger artists, and then if something comes with music, then yeah. But I'm definitely using like all the connections I have on my promotion site for the music to help me with my music.
What do you have more fun with, making music or being or promoting?
Making music, because it's just easy. I don't have to deal with
it's easy.
a lot of people, and
Yeah. Promoting can be kind of hard. What are some difficulties or some hurdles that you've had to go over being a promoter? Like, what are some challenges?
The most common challenge I'll say is just like when I do like big hip hop shows. Sometimes you have to like change the venue just because of the crowd that these artists bring. So sometimes the venue or the state like I have to move the venue because of that reason. And sometimes you just gotta be careful who you book to. You gotta see if they have like problems or with each other or
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of like politics a little bit, kind of.
Yeah, especially to hip hop shows, because I've booked R&B shows. Like I've booked R&B artists, maybe like one or two, but like all my artists that I book are hip hop, just because everybody likes rap music, hip hop music. So
would you ever do like a EDM or anything like that, or any type of genres of music, or you want to mainly stay in the hip hop scene?
I'll stay with hip hop scene just because like whoever follows me, all my connections are in that field, kind of. Yeah.
Damn. Do you want to stay in the Boston area, or do you want to eventually expand one day?
I will expand when I really feel like I've really made it in Massachusetts. Yeah. Right now, I'm still like trying to do even bigger shows.
When you evolve from like a Charmander to a Charmeleon, and then a Charmeleon to a Charizard, he's like, I got to make those steps when it's ready to go. That's crazy. So now talk a little bit about your music. So now you're coming out, you big Boston promoter. Now you like bopping off into the artist scene and stuff like that, making your own type of music. Talk to us a little bit about your music and what, like, how you in the studio cooking it and what it means to you. You know what I mean?
So I started music last year. I did my first song was with Ransuno. We shot the video the night we had the show, because we had the show. But making music was, in the beginning, was kind of hard because everything I think is in my own language, in Albanian, so I have to translate it in English. Yeah. And then I had to make it, catchy and, to go with the beat and stuff. So right now it's kind of hard, like it takes me like, I would say like a week to write something, because, I have to change it a couple of times. to make it like a catchy hook and stuff. So
You ever think about like writing it and like rapping it in Albanian?
yeah, but right now, just because I'm in the US, I'm trying to, fit more here and like have English, because if I do in Albanian, nobody would understand anything.
That's true. Yeah. You gotta do it one time though for fans back home. You know, what I mean?
Have you heard of like the Italian drill or like the Spanish drill?
Yeah, you got like all the different types of
the French drill.
No, like even in Albania, we have like Albanian drill. Let's say like we have like Albanian and English like mixed together.
Yeah.
But like just to seem cool or whatever. But here right now, like I have a couple unreleased songs that are like just mainly English, but I have like maybe a few words here and there Albanian, but not an actual Albanian song.
Okay.
Would you be hyped to like go back home one time and put on like promote your own show and do your own show? Like, would that be a big dream of yours?
Yeah, I definitely want to go back, not for too long though, just just so I can maybe do like an Albanian song, and then I can have it pushed over there too.
Yeah.
So I can get more buzz there too, and maybe some shows. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Your family proud of you, man? Yeah, I feel like it's a real sentimental question.
they proud of me, but they just want me to like.
They would tell you chill out. You know what I mean?
Because I'm still in school. Like I'm a finance major. So I graduate.
You're in school too.
Yeah, he's a grinder.
Damn, he grinds harder than us.
Damn.
I graduate this semester.
Congratulations,
bro.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So they are like, the clubs are cool and stuff, but let's see what you're gonna do with that degree.
You work hard and you play harder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly, man. That's good, because that's a great message to put out as well too. It's not just about, he's not just out here like just fucking doing this shit for shits and giggles. Like, yeah, you really do value your education, and you understand, like us too, where we came from, like we understand the value of education, and that does take you very far, because God forbid if something were to happen, you have that degree, you have that backing to do something that you want to do. Are you into like finance? Like, you really care about that side as well too?
Yeah, I do. And like, as you said right now, that's like my plan. Like basically you never know what can happen. So if it doesn't work out, at least I have my degree, So as far as finance, yeah, I like it. I've always been a good student, even when I was back home. And then when I got here, I was like, I definitely gotta continue school no matter what, so.
That's good. My mom would beat my fucking ass if I didn't fucking go to school and get my fucking degree.
And my family is like a really, important reason why I'm, doing the school too.
Yeah, that's why we do a lot of what we do here at Real Relate too. Like, whether it's going to school or like doing this, like we think about our family in the back end as well too, and that's what pushes us every day. You know what I mean? And to create something that we can eventually give back to like our friends and family. But the education is important. I didn't even know that about you, so that's good to know. What are some of your favorite artists that you've worked with, or like had to put on and stuff like that and work with?
I would say
some of your favorites, personal favorites.
I would say Tutu G's, T Grizzly, Megan Thee Stallion.
She's big.
Tory Lanez, the baby, yeah, Lil Baby.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ransuno too. That's Locane.
Damn, that's lit. Is there anyone that you really want to work with that like you get like starstruck a little bit? You're like, holy shit, I would love to work with him one day.
Just like big, like really big artists, like Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
that would be,
Lil Wayne.
You big Lil Wayne? Really, you big Lil Wayne fan?
Yeah, I'm a Lil Wayne fan, but like, if I see him and it's like, I don't know what to do, You're
like, oh shit,
Yeah, that's the GOAT, like Lil Wayne, Eminem,
yeah,
Drake is like,
yeah, that's Drake's my favorite artist, and yeah, we had a guy, his name is Kevin Cooney, he's a TikToker, and his big artist is Lil Wayne as well too. Yeah, Lil Wayne's the GOAT. We're gonna try our best to get you with Lil Wayne. You know what I mean?
Gotta get him in the podcast too.
Yeah. He's funny because he had his own podcast for a minute too.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he was having people over Zoom.
Yeah, he's like smoking a blunt. I was talking to everybody. That shit like that. Yeah. I was gonna say, Barbara, you have any questions?
Yeah. So like in terms of like your music, who's like your top 5 favorite artists like right now or like all time? I know you like Lil Wayne, so he's probably number 1, right?
Yeah, so I'll say Lil Wayne, Eminem. Right now, because I've been listening to them, like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, and Drake.
There you go.
Nice.
Those are a lot of my favorites too. Like I love
Staples.
I love
solid.
I love Lil Baby, man. That dude is my fucking favorite, man. He's that dude. Lil Durk, man. Shout out Lil Durk as well too. That fucking grind and hustle on that dude is
G Herbo goes
G
crazy.
Herbo.
G Herbo too, yeah.
G Herbo goes crazy.
Yeah, who are some of your favorites?
Oh, dude, I would have to say some of my favorites. I'm a huge YoungBoy fan. I
Yeah, you're one of those guys.
I'm
Huh?
definitely one of those guys.
Might as well just pull up with a ski mask
Yeah,
right now.
9 times out of 10, if I'm ever having AirPods in, it's probably YoungBoy playing in the ears. You got to be ready for any situation. And
Yeah.
that'll get you amped for anything.
Yeah.
Other than him, I would say I love No Cap. I don't know if you guys.
No Cap.
No Cap's been blowing up like crazy. His
Yeah.
new album's about to drop. That's one thing I've been waiting for like a year.
Uh-huh.
Other than him, I would say I like Meek Mill a lot. Like
Meek
it's
Mill.
stuff I can listen to when I'm editing, like stuff that puts me in that mood to just push through.
Yes.
It's always like I can't
Dream Chases.
Oh my god! Like I could tell you, the last album was like Championship 2 or something like
Yeah,
that.
Championships.
I went through that album again, and I started finding songs because that album came out when I was a senior in high school. I mean, I'm a couple years out now.
Yeah.
Going back at it, it was like, damn, like I don't know how I missed these tracks the first time around. Like I got song. My playlist, I think, is like it's tough to put like a top 5. My playlist is I think it's like a little over 60 hours long. So it's
Wow.
I've been doing it
Share
since
that
I
with
was
us.
when we're done with this, I will certainly. Do you have Apple Music?
I got Spotify.
You can look at it. You can examine it. If you
yeah.
see anything that catches your eye, dude, look it up. There's a lot of stuff. I like a lot of the local artists around here too.
Yeah.
Before I got into camera work, I was never really hip to like the local tune of music. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of Mosa the G. He's out of Haverhill. He doesn't go by that anymore. He goes by Mosa now. But he's blowing up. He got signed by Jay Prince Jr. So like he's doing his thing. He's like I said, he's from Haverhill, so he's from like the hometown. So it's so sick to see him blowing up and doing his thing.
Yeah.
Prior to him, I didn't really think music was being made in my area. I picked up the camera and like dudes from Lawrence that go crazy. I don't know if you've ever heard of 33 Static or even WAP. We got another dude in Haverhill. He kind of be in Haverhill and Lawrence, Breezo. Okay. They all go crazy. Like, it's nuts to me the talent that's out there. But you don't notice it because of how overlooked it is being in a local scene.
What's that Instagram page? It's like a hanging mic, and it's like that fire page.
Jetpack TV?
Jetpack TV.
I love those guys.
Dude,
Those guys
that's
go
a
crazy.
fire Instagram
That's
channel.
a great. Those are fucking. Those guys are awesome.
Do you know who runs that? His name's Watson. Watson is definitely like he's one of the hardest workers I think I've ever, like I had a question back in the day on my first ever music video. And I didn't know who to ask, and like all I could think of is like, bro, this guy works. Like he's a workhorse. Like if anyone has guidance, it's gonna be him. He was one of the only like. I'm not gonna sit here and say a lot of people are like Hollywood, but like sometimes people are just busy and they don't get back to your messages. And like he was one of those people that when I sent the message and I had a question, I never thought I'd get like a response. He hit me back within like an hour, and like he gave me like real insight and like some real game on my situation.
Shout him out.
Yeah, shout out Watson Films, bro. I'm telling
Jetpack
you.
TV.
Jetpack TV. If you don't know about Jetpack TV, you got to be doing something.
The quality of their like whatever they do,
Bananas.
if it's like
His
IGTV
camera
or
is amazing,
YouTube.
bro.
I was gonna say, Voss, who are some of your besides yourself and us? Who are some of your favorite pages on Instagram that you like to just like look at and shit like that inspire you? Who are some of your favorite people on Instagram or that inspire you? Like it could be local or big whoever.
I mean, shout out to all the local artists that I usually work, but I want to shout out to all like the blogs because they really support me a lot. So shout out to Boston Culture, shout out to Hip Hop New England, shout out to Spicy Boston, Boston World Star.
Who's your favorite page? Who's someone that you like? You know what? Like, yeah, I love these guys. They're my personal favorite.
Hip Hop New England.
Hip Hop New England's your personal favorite? Okay,
Personal favorite.
Nice.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, the reason I brought that up is because you guys know G Nipsey.
Yeah.
We had G Nipsey on the podcast, and he was giving shout outs to some of those guys you mentioned, like ring a bell. And he had just came from working with some people up in like Lawrence or like that Haverhill area.
Yeah.
And they did like a song or collabs together or something like that. So like,
Oh, really?
there's a lot of good talent.
There is a lot of great talent. I was gonna say you dropped a couple singles, you dropped a bunch of songs. I've heard all of it. I've seen your music videos as well too. Do you have any plans of like dropping like a mixtape or album or anything like that?
Yeah, an album, but not anytime soon. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, because right now I'm just trying to drop like as many singles and and then my album gotta be.
It's gotta be good. It's gotta
He's
be
like,
fire.
really good.
He's like, I need every feature in the game.
Gotta be with big features. Yeah, gotta be. Yeah,
and like, it's true, man. Because I see you post like a lot of stuff. I see that you're just starting out in your music career as well. And like, I'm like, damn, like we were on the train coming over on the Orange Line. And we're like, damn, is he gonna drop like a mixtape soon or like a EP or something like that? So now you said not until like next year or anything like that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna still keep dropping singles like every month. Now in the summer I have a lot of songs.
Out of your songs, which one's your favorite?
Pull Up and Write, probably.
Pull Up and Write?
Yeah, because that's my first one, and it's like the most listened and stuff. So yeah.
Like, what's the next big thing for you? Like, what is something that you've been kind of working on really hard in the back end, maybe, or like working on recently that you're, you know, besides obviously promoting and music and stuff like that? Is there anything big coming up from you that you're gonna be really proud of to put out there? You know what I mean?
That's a really hard question. I just be working
don't worry
on
about it,
I just be working on the shows.
Yeah.
To be honest, and music. Like you never know. As far as music, you know, I just be talking with people, but unless it's something like really stable or something really big, and it's like, you know, sealed, then I can say more about it. But until then, it's like right now, just, you know, plans for more shows and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Especially in the summer, yeah.
When can we expect another single coming out from you?
Probably end of May.
End of May. Got another banger. As a single accompanied by music video?
Yeah, all my songs are gonna have music videos.
Go.
Always come back with a music video. I was gonna say, what's throughout your career, maybe when it comes to promoting or being an artist, what's like the biggest, maybe one of the biggest hurdles or challenges that you've had to face? You know, dealing with negativity or something that really, you know, challenged you that you had to deal with.
As an artist or as a promoter?
Either one.
Yeah,
Both.
either one.
Yeah.
I'll say as an artist, as you said, the negative comments probably, just because, you know, I'm a promoter, so now it's like, you know, why is a promoter doing music, you know? So probably that in the beginning mostly, but now it's like I don't really mind, you know, because people will say something in the comments and then the next day they'll be in my DMs, you know, asking for. So
Let them know. Talk
that shit.
Talk your shit, bro.
They already know who I'm speaking
They're gonna
about.
be watching this, be like, damn.
He's got that Hasbullah energy. You know what I mean? Like,
But I'm not even like that, because if I was that person, I'll just be
Well,
like,
you're good. You're good,
you know,
man.
exposing DMs and be like,
but you're doing your thing. Like you don't let that hold that against you. You know what I mean? Like you don't let it weigh you down or anything like that. You're like, listen, I don't give a fuck about you say if I'm a promoter doing music or any of that type of negative bullshit. I'm gonna do what I want to do for myself because I enjoy doing it for my family, for everybody, and I'm gonna keep doing it because you know at the back end what your big goal and what your big dream is. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe sometimes, you know, when I just, you know, see, you know, like a blog post or something,
It just gets you a little
and
bit.
then, you know, I see like people who, you know, I've helped or like who have asked me for favors and I have, and it's like, damn, like, you know, like I thought it was cool, and
Like that?
and it's different when it's your opinion, and it's different when it's just like negative, you know, because I can like, it's different when you say like, oh, I don't like the music, and it's like, you know,
Yeah, no, it's like
other stuff.
there's difference between like constructive criticism
Yeah.
and feedback versus
Like straight up hating.
being just
Yeah,
like a
just
fucking
hating.
hater. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like at the end of the day, no matter what, like whether you don't like someone's music or not, that's cool. Like keep like if you have nothing nice to say, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? If you want to get some actual constructive like for us, like is every episode that we put out a fucking banger? I mean, in my eyes, yeah, of course. But like I'm not dumb. You know, I understand that there's always room for improvement. And I think the biggest lesson is really like understanding that no matter where you come from or how old you are or how much in the game, you could be Drake, you could be up-and-coming artist, like you can always be learning every single day.
And like you said too, you know, you can keep your opinion for yourself, like you said, because
Yeah.
you'll be a post that hasn't nothing to do with my music, and then be like, oh, his music is still whack. I'm like, how does it even relate with the post? Like, they're not even talking about my music, you know? Like,
That's
they'll
true,
see a
too.
post and then be like a comment that is not even related to
Yeah.
music or anything.
That's true too. Like it's like you're posting a post, maybe like you posting some like cool like silly shit or whatever, or promoting or something, and then like, oh, your music is still trash. It's like, bro, that has nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just
It's whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm
to
glad.
get some likes.
I'm
yeah.
glad. What was the quote that I told you? What was the quote about the boat? About the boat and the,
A boat doesn't sink because of the water that's surrounded by it. A boat sinks because of the water that gets in it.
So don't let that shit weigh you down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And at the end of the day, at least from us, we support you. You know
I
what I mean?
appreciate it.
And it's when you come out and do things like this and you pop out, and we understand your hustle, especially knowing that where we came from and where you come from, nobody wants you to succeed more than we do. And we appreciate you popping out. We appreciate you like really coming out here, and like you're a real ass dude, man. Whether you're like, you know, doing your job, getting it for connections, or like truly like made some like, I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to win and you're going to thrive because you're a real person. You're a genuine dude.
I appreciate you for having me. I appreciate,
Yeah.
you know, the good words.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. You
And
know, people going to have haters regardless. So.
Well, they called me, my Xbox gamer tag was TMH Jose LT. So it's the most hated Jose Luis Tavares. And it's like, bro, like your haters are your motivators. This is what it is. If you ain't got no one hating on you, that means you ain't doing it right. You know what I mean?
True.
And at the end of the day, it's crazy how you said you got like haters, but like then the next day they're in your DMs asking you for assistance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't expose them. And I honestly, I really respect it a lot of you.
Yeah, because it's just not me, and like,
Yeah.
just don't ask me next time for a favor, because you're gonna hear you're gonna hear me saying that.
Right, you're gonna leave them on red.
Yeah,
leave them
and
on
it's like,
scene.
yeah, and some people, when they meet in person, they have like different energy. I mean, like, I'm still cool, but I don't forget if you said something, negative. There wasn't really room to say anything, so.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, we're all humans, man. At the end of the day, we're like, yo, you're 23. I mean, you're 20, like getting your degree, and like, bro, you have a life too, man. You know what I mean? And like, just people need to be a little more considerate of that, and like, get off the Instagram shit and be like, yo, he's a real person with real feelings,
I mean, people, have their own opinions. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, if I don't like something, I just don't go in the comments and something. But that's just me,
Yeah, you were raised right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody has their opinion. They can,
I was gonna say, kind of to get more like a little more off the negativity and more onto more positive. I got two last questions. One, like, what's something I was gonna say. What's some type of advice you would give to an up-and-coming creative? Whether he's maybe someone trying to be a promoter or someone trying to be an artist or whatever they're trying to do. What's like the number one piece of advice you get to someone that's just coming onto the scene and is struggling a bit, whether they're older or younger,
I would just say, don't be cocky. Just reach out to as many people. Don't have that attitude. Be like, oh, why should I reach out to that person? This person needs to reach out to me and stuff like that. Just be cool, reach out to people, and like as I said, just make more connections, pull up to different events. If you don't have that opportunity, just use social media. Just reach out to people.
Yeah, don't be afraid to like just be yourself and go out there.
Yeah, and if they don't respond, try 5 more other people. If they don't respond, just you'll figure it out. Just keep trying.
Have you made any like real personal connections? Obviously, besides, have you made any like real personal connections that you're glad that you kind of started being a promoter and being an artist? Like, like you're like, oh, like, okay, we have a business relationship on Instagram or our social media and shit like that. But have you made any like true friends off this whole social media shit?
Yeah, I've met, his name is Mark. Shout out to Mark. Like, he came to one of my shows. Like, we never knew each other or whatever, and then we just connected there. Like, he doesn't even do music, he doesn't do anything. He was just there, just attending the show. And then from there, like, he reached out to Instagram. He was like, really dope show and stuff. Now he pulled up again, and he was always like, yo, what's up,
Yeah.
And now, we just like really like close friends. So other than that, just a lot of local artists, like, they just because they've done like 3-4 shows with me, now it's like closer. So sometimes I just be like, yo, come perform, or if they reach out to a show, I'm like, yeah, I got you, so.
I was gonna say, do you feel like how do you keep the groupies at bay, the yes men, the groupies? How do you keep that shit like out of your noggin and being like, I know you're a groupie, I know you're a yes man, I know you're just gonna like whatever. Like, how do you kind of differentiate between that and constructive criticism?
Oh, you mean like as far as like giving opinions and stuff?
No, in the sense of like, what I'm trying to say, like in the sense
Yeah,
of,
so like
it's like kind of like using you.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Because even like what else, like you'll have people that just fucking sit around you and just fucking take you because you have a lot of views or you're verified and all this silly shit, and like they're gonna just sit around you because of that. But how do you differentiate between that and a real friend who really wants to create with you and be real with you?
Like, I mean, you can tell, depends on like different situations, but even if, they just, come around when it's late or, when it's, parties going and, just to turn up and stuff. So like, I know who's the real person and who's not. But I just, even if you're not, I just, it is what it is, just,
that's the life of a promoter.
Yeah,
people are gonna pop out when it's lit.
And I'm not saying
that's true, but like even in other situations, like I know like who's gonna be there for me if I really need something, and who just comes out, when it's,
that's real.
For good, yeah.
That's real. You know what I mean? And like that's the big thing I wanted to kind of end on.
But I don't say anything, even if you come, you just
we're not
still
saying
good,
Yeah, we're not saying it in a negative way. You need people to like you need those end users to fill a room and to get and do what you got to do and have fun, and like you need people to like get after it with you, and there's no disrespect to people like that. But I wanted to tell you personally to make sure, because I don't know, I just want to make sure you good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't want someone to get turned in the wrong path because of the lifestyle. You know what I mean? I want them to make sure that you got good, solid people around you. You know what I mean? And I guess kind of end this on like, at the end of the day, thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate it. And at least for us, like, fuck the cameras and fuck the mic, fuck everything else. Like, we really do appreciate you as a person. And, you know, if we don't like something or something like that, we're not going to be a hater. Just know when it comes to Real Relate, we're going to give you that good constructive criticism, not because we are haters, but because we want you to grow and we want you to be the best version of you possible so you can give that back to your friends and your family.
No, I appreciate you all. That's real.
Appreciate
you know?
that, bro.
And, you know, giving opinions, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, whoever can give, you know, opinion, you know, criticism, like,
my mom shits on me all the time.
Exactly, you know, like.
Shits on me all the time.
And, like, even people when they say about my music or if they say a show was whack, I'm like, yeah, it is what it is, you know, like.
Suck my dick.
No, like, it is what it is. It's just like, you know, sometimes it's not, you know,
it's not, at the end of the day, it's water under the bridge. You move past that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't gotta take you don't gotta take everything so to heart. You got bigger things on your plate and bigger things on the horizon. You know what I mean? So
no, yeah, I don't. It just, you know, you just get disappointed sometimes from people that you don't expect. But I already moved on. Like, I'm not even thinking about any negativity.
He's already on New Game Plus. He's playing Elden Ring. He's already
planning next song, next show.
He's already on the Call of Duty 3rd Prestige, 4th Prestige. He's already keep going. You know what I mean?
Well, Vaz, Real Relate family, thank you for coming on.
I was gonna say I wanna say something.
Guys,
he's always down. I want to say it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Real Relate fan. We've had actually come on camera too, bro. Like, you know, do your little.
You gotta be for the ending, man.
Yeah, man. You know, I want to make sure everyone gets credit and shit like that. Real Relate fam. We appreciate you for tuning in and for always sticking by with us. Thank you to all the guests, Voss, like everybody. You know what I mean? What was your Instagram name?
Justin or DopeBoyShots.
I love that. I love DopeBoyShots.
I appreciate that.
I love that.
Go follow DopeBoyShots, man. He comes to all my shows. He works with all local artists. He works with all budgets. He's the man.
I'm budget friendly. I'm very budget friendly. You know, take that into account right now. All
I'm moving to Miami. Would you guys ever come to Miami and work on some content with me?
I do crazy good deals.
I can actually help you with some connections too over there.
Fuck connections. You want to just go get a drink?
That too, but you would need some connections when you move over there if you want to have some good content.
Put you on, bro.
Man, I just want to be your friend. You know what I mean?
That's dope. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like, let's just go out and get some fucking drinks. Go out into the town and have a good time. You know what I mean? But I was going to say, thank you, Real Relate fan, for tuning in. You know, the podcast is coming to an end. You know, thank you for, you know, this journey. We use the podcast as a way to build up the brand and the foundation. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, everywhere, Amazon, everywhere. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving us guests like y'all that are real as fuck. You know what I mean? You're certified real and relatable. You know the fucking vibes. You know what time it is. Work doesn't stop. We're also always hustling, always grinding, and always keeping it real and relatable. #1 podcast. And thank you for shouting out all the local people as well, too. Mad love and shout out to everyone out there. I love a little bit of competition, but I love the love. You know what I mean?
I appreciate y'all for having us, and, you know, God bless everybody, whatever they do.
Yes, sir. You already know. Real Relate fam, no! Close it out, Barber.
Real
Close
Relate
it
family,
out.
we appreciate you so much. Vaz, Justin, thank you for coming on. Until next time, peace.
Deuces.